Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. It is Friday, so it is time for Pinkfresh Friday, a hop started by Joanne. And Joanne is in love with all things Pinkfresh, and I am quickly falling right behind because I have just started working with some Pinkfresh last month, and I love the product and all the fun, fabulous things that you can get with the Pinkfresh. So this is office hours, and all of this fabulousness was a gift from my friend Tara. She sent me a goodie box chock full of stuff, and all of this awesome stuff was in there, and then some. And so I am going to use this to document this picture of me at my new job. So I've got papers, embellishments, and this picture. So let's see how this goes. So first I want to pick the papers. I haven't done any of that. The only thing I know is that I'm using this picture. So I flip through. I love this paper right here. And the fact that there's two of them makes me happy because then I know that I can use the other side if I want. So I felt like this blue was the best color to work with to mat this triangular paper on. And this is why I liked this paper. I wanted to cut this and use it in a way on that blue paper that I have seen people do before. And so I really do like the way that this turned out. I started to get a little nervous at one point because geometry is not my thing. And so I got everything on the page without tacking it down and started thinking, this doesn't look right. Something is missing. I've got the spaces are wonky. But in the end, I love how it looks. So all I'm doing is putting these triangles down, and I don't necessarily care if the spaces between each triangle are the same. Actually, I'm pretty certain every one of them is different. So I maneuver and fiddle and kind of do my thing and move stuff around. So see, this is other than between the two, the pink and the like peachy color and the yellow and the peachy color, I think those are about the same size, but everything else, none of this is measured at all. I mean, I just kind of put it on there to where I was happy with the way it looked. So I have tacked all of that down and trimmed the excess off. And now I am looking through my 6x6 paper pad to see if I can find something that's going to stand out on all of these colors. So I wanted something a little darker, but there's not a whole lot of dark in this collection, which is fine. I just wanted something that would stand out on that white. So the first thing I pull out is this pink ombre stripe. And I want to mat that. I just have to be careful because part of my picture is going to come down on that darker pink. Yes, I just totally threw my trimmer. Scared the bejeebies out of my dog who's laying right next to me, and he like jumped a mile. And so I am going to mat this on the bottom part because the darker part is going to stand out best. And I'll just make sure when I lay it down that the part that's going to match that pink paper at the bottom is not overlying each other. So I get those down, I trim that out, and then I find another paper, and it's white with blue on it, so it's going to work to match. Although you really can't tell. I mean, up close you can, but when I go to mat this next picture, it's not going to seem all that matted to you all. Because it is a very faint blue, but still from the same collection. So you can see the blue on there right there. So I get that matted, and then I know it's not going to stand out because this background paper is white, and between the white and blue stripe in the background and that white grid paper, it's not going to stand out at all. So I decide that I will bring in a little bold and use my Distress Oxide inks and ink around with Chip Sapphire. And It's not because I was lazy this time. If you've watched any of my videos lately, I've used Chip Sapphire just because it's on the dauber sitting next to me. But I actually you can see it right there in the bottom left corner. I actually got the ink pad out and used it because I wanted that color. I wanted to bring the blue forward, and I could have gone with a lighter shade, but I really wanted to kind of have something dark to really stand out between the yellow, the pink, the white, and the blue. So I get that down, and I'm going to put that down right here. And it's pretty much covering the tips of the two of the corners, or those triangles. And I'm okay with that. Originally, I thought I'd put it right in the middle, but I felt like that kind of took away from what I had built. So I am going to build some clusters that will cover the majority of that yellow corner and then a little bit of that pink, dark pink corner. But I'm okay with that because there's still a pretty good gap there. So I put that Yes, Love My Job up on foam tape so that it would give some dimension. I haven't put a lot of dimension on my layouts lately, other than my Dotty About Flare and some puffy stickers and stuff, using thickers. I haven't put a lot of dimension on my layouts, and I don't know if that's just a phase I'm going through or if it's because I know that my 2022 books are going to probably bleed into, like, I don't know, 4, 5, or 6 books, because I'm up to March and I have 2 iris cases full of layouts. So I don't know. I don't know, you all. I need to just be more selective, I suppose. I just want to scrap all the things, You all understand, right? You all are my people. You totally get it. So anyway, I took this little note file card, and you see my very, very specific way of laying that down. That is very, very detailed. I tucked that notes folder card, file card right there, because I'm going to write a few notes right there. And I cut the other side off because it's got like a place for a date, and I just drag it across the picture and tuck it in so it's generally in the right place because that's how I roll. So now I'm looking through the ephemera bits, and this is 2 packs of ephemera. She sent me a full pack and then quite a bit in the second pack. And so I have duplicates of some things. And so in the ephemera kit, I pull out that thing, the little card that says notes, a little speech bubble that says hooray, the yes, I love my job, or yeah, love my job, that came from the ephemera. And then this gold, like, metal, it almost looks like a gold pendant or something, and it says don't be busy, be productive. And I thought that was really perfect. And then this blue label, I wanted to bring some blue in since I have used that darker blue to ink. So I brought that in, and I'm going to cut that in half so that I can put that don't be busy, be productive on top of that, almost like it's a seal. And I'm going to put that right under the picture, and it'll overlap just a little. And I love that. And then I love those little, looks like a clipboard. It's got a little piece of wood on it, and it just says just start. And this is, I believe, I'll have to go back and look to verify, but I'm pretty sure this is like my 4th day at my new job. And I had just gotten most of my stuff moved in. I had rearranged some of the furniture in my office. I have not decorated my bulletin board, but I have my brand new shirt on that says motivator, believer, innovator, educator, and then it's got the school name on the bottom. And so I was really excited to be wearing it because I've wanted to be a part of this school for a long time, because both my kids went there. And so I was really excited when they offered me a job in the office. So, which is where I was working before at a different school that I love as well. But this school just had, well, it held a really good place in my heart. So it was a hard choice to make, but I felt like it was the right choice for me. So that's what I did. But anyway, so now that I've gone down and told you all of that, I have pulled out the chipboard, and one of the things I pulled out is this little thumbtack because I thought that was cute. Brings that blue forward, that same light shaded blue. And then I also pulled this little camera, and part of the camera is the color that's on that background paper, like the stripy paper I've matted my picture on, and then the other part is the same as the one of the triangles. And I think that it's appropriate. I am taking a selfie. I always think that it's, perfectly fitting to put a camera on a layout. And then over there on top of that little note card, it says more ideas than time, which is totally true. And so I get those on there. And then, like I said, I put this chipboard thumbtack, and I love the way that looks. So I am really just working on clusters because that is something I'm kind of teaching myself how to build better. And I have this card, and it says from the desk of, and I really want to put that on there because this is my desk that I'm sitting at, although it's not in the picture. But none of that was going to work. I didn't want to cut it off to where that little tag that says today wasn't there. I didn't want to put it on the bottom. It just wasn't going to work for me. So I put it away, and I was trying to find something else that I could use to build up this layout. And so I went ahead and got into my Pinkfresh stash because the office hours is one of my collections. Like I have a full collection. You've seen that I have, quite a bit of the stuff for that. And then I do have another new one that I got. It's the Holiday Magic. And so I'm looking forward to using that when the holiday time comes around. But I also bought some odds and ends from Peacecraft Love to bulk up some of my Pinkfresh Studio. And so I pulled a couple different things out. So I have this, let's see, Life Right Now, Keeping It Real. I have Dream On, but I don't use anything from that. And then I also use The Best Day. They're these little chipboard flare. That I pulled that one that says So Happy. And so other than that, I think that's all of them. I have some, sorry about that. I have some odds and ends that I pulled from, like I said, out of this collection because I wanted to add a couple of things. I felt like it still needed something. So I pull those things out, and then I pull the enamel dots, and these enamel dots are from the Life Right Now. And I felt like the pink was a pretty good match, and the yellow's a little bit different, but I didn't think it was too drastic. And then some of the white. And I just do 2 clusters of 3, one in the top left and one in the bottom right. And I felt like that was enough. And I am going to do some journaling on here. And I add this little puffy sticker that says OMG. And I love that. I just put it up at the top because I felt like it needed just a little something up there. And I didn't have a banner or a tag or something that made me happy not that I don't like, but that was going to work for what I was wanting. So then I pull these 2 out from my stash as well. And they're both from the Life Right Now. And I don't use those alphas because those don't match up with what I'm working with. But I do pull out this little phrase this little word thing that says happiness. So then I put that on there, a little cockeyed right underneath the camera. I cut the little star that was on the end of it, and I put that aside, and we'll use that at a later time. And that is it. I think it's pretty simple. I love the 3 clusters of goodies in the top right, top left, and bottom right. So here are the close-ups. I hope you all will go below and check out all the people who are hopping along with Pinkfresh Friday, and especially Joanne, who is the queen of Pinkfresh. And then you should get your Pinkfresh out and make something with it today. Create and just be in your happy place. So I hope you all will come back and see me again really soon, because I will be pulling out my Pinkfresh again very soon, I have a feeling. So Have a great day and happy scrapping.